Greg, thanks for sitting down with me today. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Shawn.
We're here in St. Louis, and the IPSA is celebrating their 25th anniversary. When we look back at the last 25 years, what do you see as some of the key growth points? What's the history? What are we talking about while we're down here in St. Louis?
Yeah, I mean, it's a segment of the industry that has seen tremendous change in 25 years, and I think that's the part that's the most easily overlooked because we have such a near-term focus. The last 5 to 10 years as the market was further consolidated. If you reach back 15 to 20 years, it's the advent of biotech that's significantly impacted the industry. Those are substantial changes. They've changed the face of the industry. They've changed the number of participants and who those players are. But I think as you get to the end of the day, the big change for the IPSA members, it really revolves around accessing the inputs that they rely on to run their business. So back to it's always germplasm. We have to have access to cutting-edge germplasm to build those great hybrids that they're going to deliver to their members and that really meet their members' needs. We add into that then the access to biotech traits and the changes that are constantly evolving through the biotech part of the industry. So that affects SKUs, it affects inventory, it affects how you go to market, it affects how you educate your grower. All those things are changed, but everybody in the seed industry is going to face those. And I think the industry has evolved, and the nice thing for the independent companies is they really can be out there at the cutting edge of providing that customer service, high touch response that growers still look to and rely upon from their seed companies.
The independent folks that are here, the people that make up your membership, what are they talking about as their main key issue at hand right now?
I think it'll always be making sure that they have solid access to germplasm and traits. That issue's never going to go away. When you rely on others to provide that input, you want to make sure that you have access to the same competitive platform that everybody else does. And so that's always going to be on top of their mind. But I don't think they view it as a concern today as it has been in the past. I think that's what's changed. Now it is, what am I going to do with that? What am I going to do to provide a differentiated service to my growers? Today, a ton of talk about data management, information technology. How do we play that out for an independent seed company that has a broad portfolio of products from a number of suppliers and a broad range of growers that they service, everybody from the 20-something to the 70-something-year-old grower out there, all have that need, and how can the independents play a significant role in that trusted advisor relationship from the standpoint of information and data management?
As I said, we're down here in St. Louis at your annual conference, and we're setting some new milestones down here. Can you talk to us a little bit about some of the numbers, and then maybe what does that actually mean for the independents?
Well, it's crazy. There's just no other way to describe it, and it's a good crazy. It's a crazy that brings a smile to my face. We have set an attendance record here. The last registration number I saw, we were sliding right up towards 380, which is a huge number for us, and a huge number even relative to where we've been in the past. The largest number of exhibitors that we've ever had. The largest level of sponsorship support that we've had, both measured in terms of the number of sponsors and the dollars that generates. So, I mean, these are substantial shifts from where we've been in recent years, and certainly where we've been historically. To me, the message is a really simple one. The industry, viewed broadly, and I'm talking about more than the traditional part of the industry of seed companies and suppliers, but ancillary businesses view regional independent seed companies as very viable players in the seed industry, and they want to be part of that. And I think you don't have to overthink this too much. I think there's a tremendous amount of optimism, and that optimism is across the seed industry, and certainly these folks are optimistic about some things that they can do with the regional seed companies.
You've talked and even pointed out here that 8 years ago at this very hotel was your first ever IPSA conference.
Yeah.
8 years in the seed industry. What have you seen as kind of the number one factor that you've seen shift and change in the course of your 8 years?
You know, when I came here 8 years ago, the article I wrote in the newsletter talked about how nervous I was, and you know, one thing that hasn't changed is I still get butterflies when I go into this meeting, and I hope it never does, because that means you're excited. That means you're anxious for this to come. I think what has changed, the most significant change, has been the level of professionalism and the desire to deliver high-quality products in a high-touch environment among independent seed companies. You know, we have fewer members. There are fewer seed brands out there today than there were 8 and 12 and 15 and 20 years ago, and everybody knows that. That's a fact. But the folks who remain are anxious to be in the business. They're anxious to get up every day and go meet that customer at their point of need. And that's what gets me excited. That's what brings them here. That's why they attend. That's why we have vendors that want to be here. That's why we can go draw a high caliber of speakers to come in. Is because these folks want to establish that level of professionalism that really delivers customer service to their growers in a way that they're not going to get anyplace else.
Well, I can tell you that the feedback that I've heard since I've been down here has been nothing but fantastic. Everyone's happy as clams. So congratulations on another hugely successful conference. And I can safely say one of my most enjoyable conferences to come to.
Awesome. Shawn, thanks so much. And we appreciate the support we get from Seed World. And you guys do a great job of helping our members be as well informed as they can be and have access to great tools that improve their business.